Hello and good morning, everyone. This is going to be your morning message. It is a collective morning message. Basically, it's not a sign specific, and this is just going to be like little things that could happen that you might see. And then I'll come back on and I'll do the questions for everyone. And also today, I'm going to announce who the two winners are of the free 20-minute reading. I will be announcing that today too, between one of the questions lives. So stay tuned for that. What else? I think that's all I was going to say, but we'll go ahead and get into it. All right, what is for the next 24 to 48, please? Spirit, what do you have for the whole collective? If I can get one. Let's see. Okay. Keep hearing it. Okay, it's two. Okay, so there's like miracles and blessings happening all around. You just have to pay attention to it. Okay. Be supportive and be in the present and dream of the future. So somebody might be like daydreaming and they need to kind of be, it's like somebody around you might need support. And it's like it's being present for that, but being supportive and then noticing everything that is around you as well. You've got the Fool, the Death card, and the Ladybug. You might actually see a ladybug today. But the Fool, that's like a beginning. These are two beginning cards. There's transformation, and then there's a beginning. And then with the Ladybug, that talks about balance and a wish coming true. So you might have something that you've been wishing for, and you need to be present to see it. And that anything is actually possible. You've got the Anchor with the snowflake and the butterfly. Well, the fun fact here that I'm noticing is that with the Anchor, you can't really put you can't pin down. I don't know why that's hitting me like that. But pinning down a snowflake, you can't do it. It'll melt. And you can't pin down a butterfly either. I mean, you can catch it in a jar, but would you really want to? But it's something like with restraining something of a pattern and embracing the change of that. In the way that somebody's talking, you've got communication with the magnifying glass. So somebody might be talking different. And you might be noticing, like you could be having a conversation with somebody about like things in nature. Because I'm noticing that too here on this card. And how, everything actually is a miracle. Wow, with signs and synchronicities of the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. And you could be daydreaming about that. Somebody could just be off, just like in their thought place, looking at butterflies and how butterflies work and the flowers. And I don't know, this really feels like dreamy. I keep hearing that song, dream on, dream something. Okay, and somebody's trying to be practical and grounded. But then something like for this feminine, if you're the feminine energy, it's like you recognize something. Something is recognized, and you get a reward for it. Okay. So what is this about? What is this all about? Okay, what is this about? Just tell me, Spirit, what is this about? It's the Queen of Cups. You're receiving something. If you were rejected by somebody, You released it. And then there's a Queen of Wands. Why is there a Queen of Wands here? The Tower. A message like rushes into this Queen of Wands from a Five of Swords Emperor person. Yeah, see a message. They give a message. Okay. What's going on with this Queen of Cups then? She learns the truth about something. Look, I keep pulling on this energy or picking up this energy of like third party stuff. And if that's what this is, I'm not going to keep reading this energy. Yeah, see this like choices and being a choice and all of that. Like, I don't want to see with the High Priestess. It's supposed to be, which, and I get it. I'm reading other people's energies and I understand that. But the thing is that I'm trying to, like the whole thing with the channel, my intentions is to help people raise their vibrations. There's an Emperor around that has a choice between two. Okay. There is. And I mean, honestly, if I want to be like point blank, look, there goes my throat. Like somebody doesn't want to say something or hear something. And I mean, to be honest, I don't want to keep reading the energy. I really, really don't. And if it's third party stuff, I mean, you're supposed to heal. You're supposed to rise above that here with the star. I mean, it's basically, if you're involved in that, then you're keeping yourself in Seven of Swords energy. And when I'm feeling it, it's like this, there's one person sitting back being all disappointed because they're being rejected. And then you've got this character over here who's all excited because they get a message. And I mean, that's fine or whatever. I mean, it's everybody's own personal business. That's fine. I get that. But I don't want to keep reading the energy because it's low vibing energy. And my intention is to raise people's vibration. So that's going to be one thing I'm going to keep. If I keep noticing it, then I'm going to not read for a little while to get off of this energy. Okay. But long story short, because it keeps coming out, there's an Emperor around who's got a choice. And they make that choice, I guess. But see, this is just 24 to 48 hours. That's the whole other point. If somebody's making a choice and the energy is only for a couple days anyway. So, I mean, you can get excited and all that. I'm not judging anyone or saying anything like that. You know, it's not that. It's just the energy. I don't like being in the yucky energy. And I am for however long I read for. So basically, and I feel like I'm just going on a rant. What's the point of this? Can I just ask what the point is? What is the point of this? I think it's for someone to understand, right? It's a lesson. It could be a lesson that you're learning and you're thinking that it's a swan. And it's like rainbows and butterflies and all of that. It's not. It's a life lesson about valuing yourself. So if this is for someone in here, or somebody might somehow get hit with a message or something, this is supposed to be a lesson. Tell me more about the swans. Or that might actually play out and happen. If this is your situation, you could be talking to a friend or somebody and they're just like, you know, you're what? I heard dumbing yourself down, which I don't want to insult anybody. It's not what I'm doing here. See, somebody wants to just play. Okay, this is the difference. Okay, this is the massive difference here. Swans, the swan energy, they mate for life. That's what they are. Okay. But then you have the dolphins. And the dolphins, they mate for pleasure. So there's a situation where whether somebody thinks that this is their swan or not, it's a person that you just play with. You just play with them. And it's kind of like they'll feel the swan connection. They'll feel it and then they'll stop it. It goes to stalemate. That means like they pause. They refuse to compromise. They block. They do all that. And then when they want to play again, they come out to play. And then they do all that. This is a hot and cold, on and off type of energy. And that's fine. If somebody wants to keep doing that, that's fine. But at the same time, what you put out is what you're going to receive. So if you're, and that might be what the lesson is that you are, see, and at the bottom of the deck, right when I was saying that, and then it comes to a stop. So if you're allowing this type of energy around you, that's what's going to keep happening. You know, if you want something to change, you have to be the change to make something change here. And I think that's why I feel like I'm on that right now, is because it's been for about a week and a half. I've been picking up on this third party, whatever it is, whether if it is a romantic thing or something else like that. There's other people getting involved in people's connections. There's all of this stuff going on. And if you are trying to raise your vibration and uplift yourself from that, then that is something that you need to pay attention to. Because even if you know, hi AK, I'm good, how are you? I'm just going on a little tangent, sorry. I shouldn't be. But I'm just saying, if this is because it feels like somebody's having a conversation or a talk. And that is why all of this, underneath all of this, is the core. Yeah, it's a collective morning reading. Under all of this is talking about like there's miracles all the way around, and not needing to like settle and be stuck in something. And you can be supportive. You can definitely be supportive. But it's making a genuine effort, and you're not really making, okay, so if this is somebody's actually in this energy and it's trying to, you know, kind of, because that's what it feels like. It feels like waiting to see if this person's going to contact me, even though I know that they're in a relationship. And that's not, I don't know how to put that. There's so many billions and billions of people in the world. There really, really is. And that's why I feel like picking all of this up, because it's like, if people were, okay, if whoever this is hitting, or if you're even having this conversation with somebody, because it can go either way. It could be you having this conversation with a friend that you see that is going down this, or this is you yourself going through it. It's being aware, self-aware that there's love all around you. There's miracles everywhere. There's, you know, being present in the present moment, and then dreaming of your future. It's all the same things where anything is possible. And it's kind of like if you're waiting for someone to basically leave the person that they're with, that's not really, because if they do it to that person, they're gonna, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing a lecture. I don't want to do all that. Okay, can we just move on? Because it really feels like that, and I don't want to keep pushing that energy out. Back to what you love. Yes, exactly. I'm going to go back to doing what I love as far as uplifting. Thank you, Spirit. I needed to see that. I don't know. It's just that energy makes me all squirrely. I don't like it. I really, really don't. And I think that might be what somebody's doing, is they're having a conversation with somebody about it. Okay. Reevaluate your desires. Okay. That's my point. That's exactly what that says. That was my point I was trying to get to. Is like reevaluating what it is, because you can't see it. But it's reevaluating everything, I think. And you might be doing that. You might be going back to square one, back to the start, and really trying to transform. Yeah, see, going back to the beginning. And the Hermit. Yep. Somebody might honestly be doing that. Going within. And that might be why I went and I started saying all that, because I want to go back on track and see, that's my whole point. Okay, now it makes sense why I did all that. Okay. That's relevant, I think, where somebody, you might be even saying this to that person, or having even a conversation with yourself. If this is something that you're going through. Okay. It's realizing all of that, of what I just was saying, which I didn't say it in the best of ways, which I should have. Hi, Jessa. Yep, this is Collective. So this is going back to where you started. And because you're realizing and understanding that energy pulls on energy. So you're trying to pull in good energy, you need to do, and basically do good things to call it in. And somebody's trying to get in touch with their, you know, their psyche. You know, this is an intuitive person. They know how to, you know, how things work. Okay. Or they're learning. I heard they're learning. Okay. So that's going back into figuring out what it is that they actually want to focus on. Okay. So tell me a little bit more on this, and then I'll move on to Um, I'll come back on. Okay, so what is this that I'm saying here? Ace of Pentacles. See, and then they get a whole new thing. It's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a new opportunity. You have to, and that's the other thing too. You have to close out things in order for new things to start and to begin. You have to clean out your energy so there is room for new to come in. The Chariot, Eight of Swords, and somebody could be sitting there waiting on somebody from the past. Eight of Swords, Three of Wands, Six of Cups. And underneath the deck is the Devil. It could be realizing that how that was a toxic thing and you want change. So you've been manifesting that. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, so then what's the last part of it? It's wanting so, okay, so there's an aspect too of wanting this Ace of Pentacles, but realizing how something from the past has kept you stuck in this, in the Devil energy. And what is Devil energy? It's low energy. It's dealing with, I don't want to say that. Dealing with shenanigans, stuff that you shouldn't deal with. And so somebody's looking at it. The Two of Pentacles, they're taking a hard look at it. You were what? Okay, I'm actually in your channel for a few minutes. Since suddenly I'm like, oh, that's neat. Awesome. I love that. Okay, so this is my point. My point just came back out too. See, somebody's holding on and they're looking at something. This is the Four of Pentacles. That talks about holding on. And then I've got the Seven of Swords. You use it as your motivation. Oh, that is awesome. I am glad. I'm so happy to help. Okay. So this to me looks like, because it's the High Priestess, to keep somebody on track on how they're communicating. This could be you communicating to yourself to keep you on track and understanding, wait a minute, I'm holding on to Seven of Swords. The Four of Pentacles is holding on with the Seven of Swords there. It's you're holding on to the Seven of Swords, which means at the end of the day, you're cheating yourself. And Nine of Swords and getting caught up in your head. And is it really worth it? What I'm hearing, tell me, is it worth it? Yeah, is it worth it? That might be something that somebody's asking. Is it worth it for the long haul? And then somebody looks at it from a different view and runs and wants their 10 of Cups. I am talking self and convincing myself to talk my boss about the job, come back. Oh, that is awesome. Yes, you should definitely do it. But you don't want to overtalk yourself, because you might talk yourself out of it. You don't want to do that. You'll confuse. You'll give yourself too many options within the thinking process. Okay. So basically for this, what's going on is that somebody's figuring out that they're holding on to the Seven of Swords energy. It's stressing them out. And understanding, do they really want to commit to that for the long haul? And then out of looking at it from a different viewpoint, they pause. There's a delay to look at it from a different angle or a different way. And then they run. They run from it with the Eight of Wands. They move fast out of that energy. And then they are, realizing the 10 of Cups, wanting the 10 of Cups. And so they go after that. Okay. It's not going to be anything that's going to happen overnight or anything like that. But it's like somebody's finally deciding to make a decision on what it is that they truly want. Yeah. They're learning. Somebody's learning here. It's the Page. It takes steps to do that. And it feels like they're carrying somebody else's burden. And now they're choosing to put down the burden, blocking it all off. The Seven of Wands. They're blocking it all off and putting down the burdens. That's what the Ten of Wands is. It's putting down the burden. And you've got the strength to change this, the death and rebirth, and love thyself. I was going to say, love the self. That's honestly what all this feels like. Okay. That is why I'm here in your channel. Always you had advice about this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't ever remember what I say. I always lose it after I say the things, I lose it. Okay, so basically the message is for this time frame is looking back, right? I just seen the Four of Cups and now I'm seeing Judgment here. Is looking back as to why why these rejections were happening. And it might be that you were being rejected from it because of the simple fact that you're supposed to go back to where it started. You know, especially if you're entertaining devil energy, then it's kind of, that's not for your highest good. And that is one big thing that I am completely stuck on. That is my complete intention, is to help people raise to their highest good. That's what I want to do. That's my whole angle of this channel. I don't want to get into the craziness, the whole, I don't want to do that. I don't like that energy. So it's to try and help with that. But everybody has a right to, free will to choose what they want to choose. So ready to free myself and move forward. So I will not sleep today, not talking to that boss. Huh? I might have read that wrong. Are you saying you won't sleep today until you talk to the boss? I'm not getting it. Okay. That is why I love this channel. Lots of positivity and motivation. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I hope that is my intention. It really, really is my intention to help, because I feel like it does take, I mean, people can do it on their own, of course, but I feel like it also takes, a collective of people, and I want to raise a collective of energies up and get away from all the shenanigans and what's going on, because you can see it every day. I can feel it. And so I will make sure that today I will send him a message about my situation. That is awesome. Yes, you definitely should, especially if you're feeling it. If you feel the pull to do it and it's something positive in a positive way, then yes. I heard take that leap. Yeah, take the leap and go forward. So, okay, well, I'm going to leave this one here. And then I'm going to come back on and do the questions for everyone. And then I will announce the winners of the 20-minute reading too. So I will be back on in just a couple minutes. Okay. Thank you for stopping in, and I'll probably see you in a few minutes there, Jessa and AK.